What is up, people? This is the Oracle. We are back online for some Vintage Masters, and that's a pretty sweet set that I haven't played in quite a bit of time, but I streamed it today and I kind of got back into it. Now I start to remember things. The Ranged Hermit is pretty busted no matter what. I don't remember what this does. 4 mana, enters with 4 counter, you can give it flying. If you sack a creature, you can put one counter on Kravax. Whoa, what? And if you don't, you have to remove a counter. So it either shrinks down every turn unless you sack something, then it gets bigger. It feels fine, but I think Hermit's probably better. Hermit is just the nut. Efreet's pretty good, Chain Lightning solid, Expunge, good Removal. But yeah, we'll pick Hermit. You can't really go wrong with Hermit. I love Prophetic Bolt, very good card. 4 mana, instant speed, deal 4 to creature or player, and you get an impulse, so you can look at the top 4 of your library and choose a card and put it in your hand. That's a very good card. Shapeshifter can copy cards in the yard, right? Yeah, that thing is not very good. Nostalgic Dreams is kind of a weird card. It's card disadvantage, you get things back from your graveyard. It's kind of a combo card mostly, I think. Storm card. Aftershock's decent. Benaish Trapper, quite good. Counterspell, always solid. Blue-green is a nice color combination. You have Madness as a theme in blue-green in this set. I think I like picking Prophetic Bolt. I think it's just the strongest card. We could be green and splash for it with some fixing. Hopefully we might get later. P-Bolt is like super good though. Dax Duplicate. That's a good one. So it's basically it's a clone with haste, and then it has Dethrone, which makes it even better. I mean, slightly better. But, you know, just a 4 mana clone with haste is good, right? Just gonna read it again. Yeah, it's not, it's any creature. Yeah, it's definitely good. Love it. Brain Freeze is nice for the Storm deck. It's the first time I actually see a Brain Freeze. Feels like everyone's forcing Storm. Solar Blast is a good removal. I mean, it's mostly good if you can cycle it and kill something with 1 toughness. At 3 damage for 4, it is fine, but I guess you can target players. It's a fine card. I think Dax Duplicate is going to be better. We commit a little bit more to blue-red maybe by picking that, but it's some sweet. By the way, this is a Phantom draft, so if you see very costly cards going pretty late, you know, it's normal, no worries. I'm not going to pick these. I guess cards from the Power 9 are going to be picked pretty high anyway because they are super strong, but yeah, like, well, I don't think Eureka is worth anything, but even if it was, it's not surprising that it could go late. I might just pick the Gene here. It's fine. Fine green card, though I'm not sure green is very open. Hulking Goblin's really bad. Rescind is fine, not super appealing. Let's pick Gene. Not sure if we'll be blue, green, blue, red, if we will be blue, green, blue, red, if we'll be splashing or not, what exactly is gonna happen, but I don't think Jungle Worm is that great. It's a 5/5 for 5 with a drawback, basically. Spark Spray is pretty good. Kills one toughness creature, and there's a decent amount of solid one toughness creature in this set, I believe, and cycling if, you know, if it's useless. Counterspell, alright, nice. Elephant Guide's pretty good too. It's an aura that if you make sure it enters the battlefield and I guess they can have bounce spell and exile spell, but you have less of a drawback for when they have a reinvol. I think it's just gonna be counter spell though. I'm not sure if blue-red is really a deck in this set, but we have two very good blue-red gold cards, so we can try that. Ooh, Scrivener is nice with all the things we have, I guess. We have a bunch of instant that are quite strong. Dreampot Druid actually makes a Saproling every upkeep, not your upkeep. Every upkeep if it's enchanted. Kinda nice with the elephant thingy and whatnot. Famine is kind of Wrath of God, I mean Pyroclasm type of card. Trooper is a very good 2-drop. Surprised to see that going 7 speak, seems a little bit late. I think we'll just go for a sweet blue-red deck, hopefully. Ooh, Krasan Tusker, interesting. We could still be blue-green splashing for red if we get enough fixing. Tusker is one of the few pieces of fixing in this set. There's not a lot because the 2-mana Ram Spell is Nature's Lore, which can only fetch forest, so unless you have a, you know, a Taiga or something, it's not gonna really help you with fixing. Death Ritual is also quite strong. Pretty much every time a creature dies, you draw. You know, it's not gonna be more than once a turn, but still quite nice. Sandbar is cool, but I think we pick Tusker and keep the option to be maybe blue-green splashing for red. Mantis is fine if we are blue-green splash red. That's a late expunge. I don't think we'll pick it, but worth noting. I'll put my card by converted mana cost when we'll have a better idea of what the deck is trying to do. Might play that, probably not, though. Phantom Nomad is not bad. It's like a 2-2 for 2 with pretty decent upside. There's a chance we splash for that in some matchup since it can cycle. Unlikely, but possible. Another Spark Spray, alright. The card is quite good, I think. So yeah, blue-green splash red or maybe straight up blue-red. I don't think green was looking super open, but Orange Hermit is so strong that... Ooh, Genesis. Remember the card being pretty slow, but probably good enough here. Once it's in your graveyard, you can pay 3 every upkeep and get something back, so it's kind of slow engine, but nice card advantage. Another Tusker is really nice for the fixing. And if we really want to say blue-red, I guess Aftershock is decent reinvol. But I think we want to pick a green card here, either Tusker or Genesis. Astral Slide is also very sweet, I love that card, but I don't think we can really pick it here and do that. We already have 3 colors. I like Genesis. Desert Twister, destroy target permanent in green is kinda nice. Alright, let's sort by converted mana cost. I think we're going for blue-green splash red. Chain Lightning depenalizes. Oh boy, so many good things. If we're only splashing for red, Chain Lightning loses a little bit of value, I believe. Our curve is looking super high right now. Lake would be a nice piece of fixing to wheel, but I don't think we pick it here. Could pick Efreet. It's quite a nice 3-drop. Kinda like Efreet actually. Our curve is like, yeah, our curve is looking pretty high already, so I'm not sure I want to pick Depenalizes or Twister. I like Efreet though. Efreet is really strong. Ooh, Azure Mutation is one of my favorite cards in this set. We're a little bit loaded on 5-drop, but this one is super sweet. You bounce a creature and you get a number of Saproling equal to the casting cost of the creature, which is super strong. Bunch of good fixing we could wheel. Right now I'm not even sure we would play Scrivener actually, especially since we are getting more and more loaded on 5. What does this do? I don't remember. Seems like it can be pretty bad in the late game, and you pretty much need to ramp into it for this thing to be good, because when you cast something for 6, it's pretty likely there's only 2 cards in your hand, 2 cards in their hand, most of the time I would say. I don't think this card is very good. Blastoderm is just quite solid though. 5/5 Shroud, Fade 3. I like the Blastoderm over Realm Seekers, I think. Force of Will. I like Force of Will. It's probably weaker than it is in Cube because decks are overall a little bit less strong, but it's still a very nice one, I think, to have around. Maybe Tusker is a better option just because of fixing. I love Force of Will, maybe more than I should, but... Alright, counter spell's fine. Manowar is great, especially since right now our deck is looking a little bit slow, so a nice tempo play like that feels good. Grunt's not bad either, plays pretty well with counter spell. If they play around it, you can just flash a creature. Feels good. That's a late Astral Slide. I don't think it should have wheeled. That card is like really good. It wheeled, right? It's the 24th, yeah. 24th card we get to pick. I'm not sure we want to play Forgotten Cave. I mean, the cycling lands are good, but I'm not sure they are good in the color you're splashing for. I think there's a higher chance we try to play Slide. It's not very likely though. Ooh, Ophidian or a little bit of acceleration and fixing. Given our curve, Mana Prism actually looking kind of appealing. Ophidian doesn't seem good in this. I mean, yeah, I think I'll go with Prism. Seems pretty important here. Pick that as an option against Artifact and Enchantment. We need to make the curve better, but our late game is looking really solid. Giant Mantis. It's funny that it looks like none of the blue, green, or red pieces of fixing will wheel. None of them. We have 2 Judgment and an Astral Slide. Interesting. Still think we were better off splashing for red, but we need to lower this curve and find some early plays, mostly. We do have a decent amount of power level though. I'd rather not main deck Giant Mantis, by the way. Don't think this card is especially good in the set. Academy Elite. It's an X. I mean, it gets counter for the number of instant sorceries in any graveyard, in all graveyard. I still don't think the card is very good though. I don't think we need that. I think we might just want to pick Wild Mongrel because it's a good 2-drop. We don't really have a dedicated Madness deck, but Mongrel is just a good card. You don't need... It's just a 2/2 for 2 with a pretty big upside. You don't really need Madness cards for it to be, you know, especially good. Fixing is nice, but I think this is better. Power Sink is not bad, but we only have 2 counter spells, I'm not sure, and a Force of Will. I'm not sure we are really looking for a Power Sink. Yeah, probably just Mongrel, hoping to wheel Valley, but so far none of the piece of fixing we saw wheeled, so not feeling very confident about that. Oh man, Starstorm, sorry, Shadowstorm is a completely different card. Splashing for double red is a little bit complicated, but it has cycling. With that being said, I think Prophetic Bolt is just better. Force of Will is not really a 5-drop, by the way. I don't think we can afford to play any more 5-drop, but after the Bolt, but one as a 5-drop might be fine. I think this is pretty good, but yeah, it's very good. Feels like a double red 6-drop is not something we can afford to play though. Probably need to pick the... Oh, there's a Manowar. I was gonna say the Brindle Shot just because it's a defensive 2-drop. Manowar is good though. Real nice. Deep Analysis, sure, we can use one more card draw spell. I like that more than Ernem Gene. Here. Owl is an early play, but it's not very good, I believe. Not thrilled by it. If we have to play it, I'll play it, but... This has Forest Slice cycling. We are not really interested in the big body, so do we just want 2 mana, get a Forest? I don't think so. I think I'll just have Familiar. Don't really feel like any of this is good, but ooh, another Wild Mongrel is sweet though. Again, we don't have any synergy with it. I don't think we have... I think we have literally no madness cards. It's just a good 2-drop though. Rappel's fine. I think I like it a little bit more than Kenai Haven. We don't have a lot of ways to deal with a creature enchant. I guess we have 2 mana wars, that's not true. We have a couple bounce spells in there. Plus another mutation. Maybe the Haven slightly better. Bayou. Another Mana Prism. There's a small chance we play that. We have so many 5-drop that this card seems actually kind of appealing. I'm not sure if the deck is good. It seems a little bit slow, but it has a lot of power in the late game. Double Prophetic Bolt. Like, all of our 5-drop are like pretty busted. We'll not play Killer Whale. We just have much better 5-drops. And this is 23. I wish we had slightly better 2-drop and we could cut this Owl. But overall the deck seems fine. Might be a little bit too slow again, but it seems funny. And again, pretty powerful in the late game. Also, Force of Will is actually an early play. We have enough blue where we'll get to cast that when we need to cast it most of the time, so... Starstorm Wield, oh my god. You can always cycle if we don't have double red. Getting double red with this deck is not gonna be easy though. I think Brindle Shot is nice. I'm gonna play that over Owl, which I think is just quite awful. Close is nice for the side. Damn. Yeah. Cycling 3 is quite a lot actually, you know, it's gonna take you pretty much a turn. And I don't think we'll ever get double red. I guess we have 2 Mana Prism. It seems unnecessary though to play. I guess maybe it's a good thing to have in the deck somewhere. What are we cutting for that though if we play the Starstorm? There's like not really anything I want to cut. I think we're good with that. Sweet Timur deck. This should never go this late. This is a 2/2 unblockable basically for 2. Yeah, I don't know. We have a lot of color and mana requirements. That sounds about right actually. Can we go 7/7/3? This is 4 red sources. No, that should be good enough. 4 red sources. Green is pretty important early on, but we really need the double blue early for counterspell. Yeah, I guess. Once in a while, I do agree with MTGO. Alright, let's try that. Deck again seems a little bit slow, but overall quite sweet and fueled with power, so we'll see how it plays. I hope you enjoyed the draft. Thanks for watching and see you for round 1.